Maybe she is great.
She is not missing.
I'm Gabby, that's Jordan.
Back and I'm like, wow, I really had severe daddy issues. Like, red flag, red flag, red flag.
I'm sure, I know I'm the villain in that story.
It's the Z-list celebrities. You're back. We're back. What are we talking about today?
We're gonna do some funny ass stories.
We're gonna do some funny stories. What we're
we're gonna play a game.
We're
gonna play Smash or Pass, New Girl edition. So have you seen New Girl?
If you haven't seen New Girl, you need to go watch New Girl.
And then come back.
Yeah. And then return
all
to
seasons.
This podcast. But no, yeah, we're gonna play Smash or Pass. I don't know.
Yeah.
We want this month to be about games and funny stories.
Yeah.
So that's the plan.
Hilarious.
Do you want to tell your story first, or do you want me to tell my story first?
You can tell yours first.
I can tell my first?
Yeah.
Okay. I've decided today I'm going to pull out an old Australia archive story. Back when I lived in Australia, which I lived in Australia when I was 18, 19. The true days. And I feel like for these stories, when we have, pictures of documentation of, the saga, we'll post them on Instagram that day, too.
Okay.
So I'll, throw some up on my story when this airs.
I love how you documented this.
Oh, heck yeah, we did.
Because my story's not documented.
I feel like our stories are a little bit different themed.
Okay.
So, see, yeah.
Tell.
We'll see. Okay, so this one we just call, and all of my Australia roommates who are listening are going to know the minute I say it. They're going to be like, aw, fuck no. This is the Providence. So, the Providence was, we went to...
Wait. Cue dramatic drum roll. The Providence.
The Providence. Well, that was the name of the boat.
Oh.
It was the name of the boat. And
okay.
So Jordan's hearing this story for the first time, too.
Yes.
It's not... I don't know her story. She doesn't know mine. We don't tell each other our stories prior.
Yep.
We want real-life reactions. So basically, I was living in Australia. We decided to go up and explore the Great Barrier Reef, stuff like that. And it was like a little weekend trip because we were in school at the time. And we decided to hop on this sailboat, and it was called the Providence.
Okay.
Now, my friend Kate, she found it, and she brought us, this brochure, and it had, people at sunset, and they were eating cheese and drinking wine, and it just looked fantastic. It looked magical. We were like, heck yeah, we want to spend $100 to go on this boat trip.
Like a legit brochure.
Yeah, it was a brochure.
Okay. The ones you get in the hotels.
I think some dude handed it to her on the street. Something like that.
Safe.
Airlie Beach. That's where we were. So we're like, oh my gosh, we're going to do this. It's going to be great. So we, going off the brochure we saw, decided that it was the best idea to wear cute little sundresses and our little sandals. And what did we do? We got to the sailboat place, to get on. And we stormed our way to the very front of the bow. Is that what it's called? Bow?
I don't know.
I apologize in advance. I don't speak boat. At all. I don't speak boat. We live in Florida. I don't speak boat.
Not.
Yeah.
Sail.
I'm going to talk about knots. We're going to talk about knots.
Oh, thank God.
So I walk myself to the tippy top front of the boat. And we're all sitting up there. And in hindsight, I still to this day have major beef with that captain. Because he didn't even warn us. He wasn't like, oh, ladies, you're in sundresses. You look real nice. You should sit back there. He just let us walk our asses up there. So we're sitting, we're squared away. They come around, they bring little yellow, very, what's the Paddington Bear? You know? The yellow jacket.
Like a raincoat.
Yeah, like a raincoat, but it's giving me Paddington Bear vibes.
It's giving Niagara Falls boat tour.
Yeah, it's giving Niagara Falls. That's exactly right. Yes, you are correct. So, we walk up to the front. They hand out the jackets, and we all just put them on our laps, because we're like, what do you mean? It's sunny out. It's beautiful. We're having a great time. Ooh. We've got our phones out. We're filming. We get out of the harbor, and we hit the first couple of bumps, and we were all like, oh, and giggling to each other. We're like, huh, did you just see that one? We're good. And when I tell you, and when you look back at videos, and when I post these videos, it is sunny out, so it doesn't feel like I should be this traumatic, but in my defense, going through this, I felt like I was on a version of, The Deadliest Catch.
Why can I, see this I'm imagining this. Okay.
So
Let me get back into
we're
story
like
mode.
going hard, water splashing. At this point, we've all put our jackets on. We're hiding our phones inside our jackets because we're drenched. We're miserable. I've got snot like running down my face. Like I'm a mess. Yeah, Carol, my good friend Carol, she's itty bitty, and she's like almost fallen off the boat 3 times. We've like dragged her back onto the boat, and the captain's still not like slowing down or trying to check on us or anything.
How fast is this boat going?
Well, so later we did learn, and he told us this is where knots come in. Apparently, and I feel like 30 is not the correct number or like even a proper answer, but he did say that we were like a certain amount of knots over what was the legal limit to be driving in because there was a storm.
Said knots earlier, I meant like rope knots.
Oh, knots is like a correlation of
like a speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like I know how to tie a knot.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
Knots are like I think it's speed.
Equivalent to miles per hour.
Maybe, yeah. Someone's gonna correct us on this.
So you're going 30.
Someone correct us. We're like going something that was not correct. Like we were going too fast.
Okay.
So of course we're all soaking wet, and all of us, one by one, had at some point gone under the ship. Except for my friend Lauren, who was just still at the front by herself. And I'll never forget because we're all underneath, and someone goes, "Where's Lauren?" And Lauren was at the front, but like there's a little hole from the front to the like bottom.
Yeah.
And you just hear, "Guys, where'd you go?" So she's all up there by herself.
Poor
But so we
girl.
get down there, and the first thing that happens is one of the girls that was with us, she was not our roommate, she was just a girl visiting me that I knew from college. She went and like slammed her head against a wall. We're like, okay, she's concussed because like the boat is rocking so much. And then we're all drenched. Like I look like a wet rat, like disgusting. And then if anybody knows me well and is listening to this, I have severe motion sickness.
Okay.
So I'm now under a boat and dealing with motion. I'm sick. Like I'm sick. Throwing up off the side of the boat, sick. I'm also freezing cold because that water was really cold at the time and the wind was really bad. So it's just like, I'm now like my lips are purple and I'm going into a little bit of like hypo shock or, you know, whatever that is.
I don't.
So the captain...
But like blue lips.
Well, so the captain finally starts to feel a little bad for me and gives me like his heavy coat. So then the pictures that will follow that is like, it's me like laying on the beach, like I'm a washed up like dead body in the captain's jacket, like, and we're in this most beautiful place. We get to, it's Airlie Beach is where we left from, but Whitsundays is like the view that we were at and what we were experiencing, and it's very famous and it's absolutely beautiful. And I don't have a single good picture there because in every picture I've got the hood of this jacket on and I look like a naked mole rat. Quite literally.
Okay, Rufus.
Quite literally, I was Rufus. And so none of the pictures are good. We all look miserable. And it was 10 out of 10 the worst time of my life. And I have not been on a sailboat since. I won't go on a sailboat now. I'm absolutely canceling sailboats. They're canceled.
I just want to know, like, how fast is, like, 30 knots?
I don't know. Maybe someone on the internet can tell us. I'm not researching it. I have a fear. Is there, like, a word for fear of sailboats? Because I have it.
Do you have a fear of all boats or just sailboats?
No, it's just sailboats.
That doesn't.
We're going on a boat next week. I'm going to be fine. I've had worst experience in my life.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that is the Providence story.
I cannot wait to see pictures.
I feel like I gotta pull up some for you real quick while we get Smash and Pass going, just so
Okay.
you can like really vouch for me that I'm not crazy. Like it is that bad.
Okay.
But they'll be on the internet. I should have. That's something we'll do in the future. Is I'll prepare pictures better for this. We need documentation.
Yeah, I need to see the coat.
Of course, camera roll of an influencer. I just have so much to scroll through.
Thousands. Oh my god.
How many
went to
photos
Apple.
are you at in your camera roll?
On my phone?
Yeah, on your phone.
I just transferred some to my computer, so I'm only at like 16,000.
Okay, I'm at 30.
Yeah. My
So, like-
computer is like probably 70.
Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get these to load. So there's Kate and I. And you guys are going to get to
She
see
looks
these.
defeated.
Oh, it's defeated.
Oh my god, what happened to her hair?
I hate my life. That's me.
That's not you.
That's me. That's me. me. That's nobody else but me, ma'am. There's me in the captain's jacket. Me in the captain's
You
jacket.
look like you were rescued by like ski patrol.
There's Kate. There's me.
Oh my god.
Look how beautiful that view is. Unwell. That's me asleep. I took a nap. There's me sitting. I'm unwell. It's just 10 out of 10. Beautiful place.
Gorgeous.
I finally pulled it together a little bit after that. Oh, here's like when it's actually happening. There's
Yeah.
Carol, Lauren, me, Kate.
This is Niagara Falls.
This is Niagara. We went through Niagara Falls, but it's sunny, so you can see why it was so confusing.
Yeah.
I'm crying under the boat. This is me crying. I'm unwell. 10 out of 10. Don't recommend going sailing in Australia. So yeah,
My.
you guys can see him. Go to my Instagram. Check him out. I'll humiliate myself. It's funny.
Those are the
They're bad,
best
huh?
photos I've ever seen in my life.
Right? Right?
Yes. Okay. All right. We're gonna do smash or pass.
Okay. Should I pull up the character list?
I have it.
Oh, you're
Ready
ready.
to go.
You're ready. Okay.
All right. We're gonna start with the main characters, and then we'll get into like some funny ones.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start with Winston Bishop.
Pass.
What?
The cat shirts. Or the bird
Okay.
shirts. Not the bird shirts. It's the bird shirts and the cat in itself. The obsession with the cat. Can't do it. I'm not a cat person.
Okay.
Sorry for my
I get
cat
that.
friends.
I get that.
I've got a lot of friends that have cats, and I like your guys' cats. I don't like other cats.
I would smash strictly because I think it's gonna be large.
Fair enough. Okay. Who's next?
Nick Miller.
Smash.
I feel like he's like kinky.
I don't know. I just like love Nick and Jess, so it's like smash.
Okay, would you smash Nick and Jess together?
Smash.
Like threesome. Like
No, actually I think that'd be weird. I think they'd be a weird couple to try and encroach on. They don't need a third.
wait.
They're weird enough.
third, what is his name? Schmidt and Cece.
Cece's hot.
She's really hot.
It's not about Schmidt anymore. It's about Cece.
But I think Schmidt's cute.
He's
I
neurotic.
don't know. I like the finance bro.
We're like really, you're really going on looks, and I'm really going on personality. Here's the thing. I think I'm a little bit too much like Schmidt.
Okay.
Also slightly neurotic.
I feel like I'm too much like Nick.
That's beautiful. Congratulations.
We make a beautiful team. Okay. Allie.
Who?
Allie.
Oh, Allie. Pass.
Yeah, I don't like her. Maybe I don't.
She's too aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, she's a cop. You kind of have to be aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like even in personal life, I feel like she's aggressive on that
Do you
show.
remember Robbie?
Yes. Pass. Except for if we were doing marry, screw, kill,
Okay.
I'd marry Robbie because he's a sweetheart little angel baby.
He is.
But smash and pass, I mean pass.
I feel like he has like missionary. And like that's
Missionary
it.
energy.
Like it's just like straight missionary.
He's a sweet angel baby. He's a marry. You marry him.
I don't know if I would marry him either. Coach.
Smash.
Smash times 10
He's hot.
times 12.
He left the show too early.
Oh my gosh, Sam.
Smash.
Really?
He's my crush from that show for sure.
Oof.
He's a doctor.
I liked the teacher. I don't remember his name.
The one from the beginning? Genslinger?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
Because we were going to have another talk.
The one who went on the trip with her. Like the teacher's trip.
Oh, the British guy.
Yes.
I like him too. Ryan. That's his name. I like
Yes.
Ryan too. But Sam over Ryan for me. I've dated a Brit. It's not
the
all
accent.
it's not all it's cracked up to be.
It's just the accent.
I promise. I'm anti-Brit at this point.
Okay. All right. Let's do one more.
Who are you picking? These were not pre-picked, by the way. I'm
No, they
letting
were
Jordan
not.
take full control over here.
All right. Abby Day.
That's her sister.
Yeah.
I love her, but she was Velma and Scooby-Doo, and I can just never unsee it. I can never unsee it.
I feel like she would, and if you've seen this new Netflix series, you'd understand. I feel like she would try to, like, put a dildo on and, like, Botox it.
What?
Okay, you have to watch this new Netflix series. It's with Neil Patrick Harris, and it's, like, very... like, it's all about, like, gay guys.
Okay.
And he gets broken up with, and he goes on, like, a dating app, and this one guy, like, had a huge, and he couldn't fit it in, so he was like, I'll just, like, Botox your asshole, so, like, it fits.
That's a thing.
Apparently.
People do that. I'm scared.
So, like, it relaxes it.
Jordan teaches me something new all the time. I would never know.
But I feel like she's the type to do that. Like, she would know.
So she's not in that show? You just decided to drag her into that show?
She's not in that show. But that's where I learned about Botoxing buttholes.
I guess you could probably Botox just about anything, huh?
You could Botox everything.
Botox scares me. Maybe we should do an episode on Botox. For all places.
I would die without Botox.
We should get a Botox expert in here.
Live, love, Botox. You know those signs that's like live, love, laugh in your house? Like,
you need live, love, Botox.
And lip filler.
Who do you go to?
Her name's Kathy. She is at Soho Med Spa. Downtown.
Okay. Yeah. I have yet to do Botox.
She is my Lord and Savior.
I know I need to commit. Everybody keeps telling me, like, you gotta start preventative here soon.
Yeah.
But I've been putting it off.
I get preventative here, but then here, because my TMJ is so bad, I get, like, 25, and then I get it, like, up here because I get really bad headaches. Oh. I have not.
That's
I've
like
had
Tamika.
one headache in the past, like, 6 months.
Yeah, my friend Tamika, you know Tamika, she also has to get, like, migraine Botox.
It's magical.
You should talk to her, because I know, like, she hasn't had the best results with it, so I wonder if she's doing something different.
I wonder if she gets a different kind.
Maybe, but she does. She loves her doctor, so I don't know what's happening.
Maybe she just needs more.
You heard it here first, T. Go get more Botox.
Go get more.
Okay, I think we're ready for your story. I'm ready, at least. I don't care if you guys aren't ready. We're doing it.
You went to a big school, right?
I did. I went to University of Arizona, which is nicknamed University of Alcohol, which I did not partake in that time.
Okay.
You know?
Well, yeah. So I went to a small school. It was actually smaller than my high school. I was on the ski team. And so when you're an athlete in college, you get treated like royalty.
Okay.
Right? So I'm in this suite. I need to, like, it is giant. Like, my room is bigger than this room right now.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy? Like, for college.
And that's your, like, where you live?
Yes.
Okay.
So we had this giant suite. We had, like, a living room, a kitchen, and then on each side, we had a bathroom and then 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
So I lived with an upperclassman. I won't say her name for privacy reasons. And because we don't talk anymore. Blocked. Anyways, there was another freshman whose name I won't say, but we can call him Ryan.
Okay.
For the sake of this podcast.
I hate Orion. So
Ryan,
this is great.
I'm like 5'8", okay? Ryan was like 5'6". Okay. Maybe 5'5".
Is he also a skier?
He was not. He didn't play any sports. He was like your typical Long Island rich kid, you know? Like, everything given to him. Vineyard vines head to toe daily. Which, like I said, I went to the finance guys. So I kind of led him on a little bit. But he also was one of those kids that, like, you can definitely tell was, like, sheltered growing up. So when he got to college, he, like, let loose. Oh, no. So he was doing lots of things. Some smoking is legal, or I should say cannabis is legal in Vermont. So the kid down the hall from us would make edibles. But they were, like, crazy strong, right? And I was a freshman in college. Like, I wasn't crazy experienced with edibles. So one night, me and my roommate were like, oh, like, let's do some edibles.
We're going to test them out.
So we knew that Ryan could get edibles. So we texted him and we were like, hey, like, can you go get us edibles from the kid down the hall? So he comes back. The three of us are in my room, or our room, and we each have a brownie. Okay. We're waiting like 30 minutes. Like, nothing happens. We're like, okay, let's have another brownie. Like, a whole ass brownie. Like, that big. Okay.
Oh, no.
And then we're still not feeling it. And then we're like, okay, like, Ryan, like, let's just, like, go out back and, like, smoke a bowl. So we smoke a bowl out back. Oh, yikes. Yeah. And there's a basketball game. So in our room, we lived in the, like, athletic complex or whatever. Okay. So right 2 floors up from us was, like, the basketball courts. And there was a huge game happening. So we're like, let's go to the basketball game. And, like, wait for our edibles to kick in. We're sitting there, and I'm already, like, a little paranoid, because I'm like, we just smoked a bowl, like, and I'm sitting there like this. And I'm just, like, focused on the game.
You're, like, trying not to let anybody notice. Yeah.
And I didn't really feel it, but then someone scored, right? So everyone in the room started clapping, and I literally felt like I was in an earthquake. I was like, oh my God, what? Why is everything shaking? Like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, I gotta go. I need to go. And my roommate was like, do you want me to come with you? And I was like, no, I need to go alone. And I left Ryan with my roommate. And I had to walk down the bleachers, and we're all the way at the end, and the door is that way. So I have to walk all the way by these people, okay? Oh, so I'm just, like, walking like a little soldier. I'm like, oh, my God. We just have to make it to the room.
You're just like, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me.
By the time I left, and I walked down 2 flights of stairs, I am gone, okay? Oh, like, no. It all just hit me.
Were you drinking, too?
No.
Oh, it was just edibles. Okay.
So I get in my room, and like I said, we had a huge room, so we had a futon in our room.
Okay.
And our beds were lifted so we could put stuff underneath.
Naturally, college.
So I could not get in my bed. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get on the futon. And then my legs give out. Oh, so I'm just, like, on the floor, and I call my friend Sarah. That's her real name. Her name is Sarah. She'll find this hilarious. And I'm like, Sarah, I think I need you to call 911. Like, I am so high. And she's
my
like...
My legs don't work.
I'm FaceTiming her. And she's just, like, crying, laughing. And I'm like, this is not funny. Like, I think I'm going to die. Like, I can't feel my bones. And then eventually, I had to hang up with her. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get on this futon, and I'm just going to nap it off. Have you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know the scene where he's trying to get into his white car from the ground, and
yes.
He's crawling. Okay.
Yes.
Imagine that. But I am on the ground trying to get on the futon. Okay. And and I'm just, like, still, like, I'm, like, moving like a fucking sloth. It was, like, 30 minutes later, I'm still trying to get on the futon. Oh, and my roommate comes down with Ryan, and they're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, no. What is happening?
Are they equally as high or no?
I think so, at that point.
But not crawling on the floor high.
No. But I literally was like, the wolf, in the Wolf of Wall Street, trying to get into his car. I was trying to climb on, but I couldn't pull myself, like, above there. So then I just laid on the floor.
And did you sleep down there?
I did sleep down there. And then I woke up the next day. I had a little weed hangover.
We love a first edibles story.
Whew.
We love
like
it.
2, and I was like, I don't think I could ever eat a brownie ever again.
A whole brownie is always a risk.
2 whole brownies in a bowl.
Yeah, but even just a whole brownie, like, it's a risk, because, like, I don't know. You don't know what you're baking into that one square.
Remember,
I don't know.
Like, the clapping, and I was like ceasing like this. And then, like, I was like, I gotta go. And I started walking, and there was more clapping. And I'm like, what?
See, I grew up in Colorado, so, like, I'm used to these stories. Like, every single one of my friends has one of these stories.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, yet I weirdly don't have... Actually, do. I do.
You have the water one.
Well, that's more of a thing. And I have to get his permission to share that story. But...
Producer!
Where's our producer? The door is open right now. I'm surprised he hasn't popped in. But, no, I don't really... I have one story similar from college, but it's so short. It's not even worth, like, really, like, making it an episode. But, like, I did, like, it wasn't even an edible. Someone had me smoke a bowl. I was, like, new to it, which is funny because, like, growing up in Colorado, like, I wasn't new to it, but, like, I didn't smoke in high school. Get to college, I'm like, oh, I can try it more. And everybody always just thought I was going to be a pothead because I was from Colorado.
Yeah.
And so I tried, and I learned really quickly in my early 20s that I don't do well on indica. Like, I don't know if everybody knows, like, sativa indica levels. I can do, like, a hybrid. I can do straight sativa, but I can't do straight indica. Yeah. This girl would give me indica, and I remember I was on the phone with my friend for hours who was, like, a big pothead when we were in high school, like, growing up, and I won't say her name either because, like, we're not close anymore either, but she used to, like, sell weed. Like, she was, like, the weed girl. So I called her.
Weed girl.
She was the weed girl. And I called her and I was like, oh, my God, what am I doing? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm freaking out. And it was because indica is, like, couch sort of deal. Like, that's, like, what they say. So indica is supposed to be a body high.
Okay.
And I'm so type A and so controlling that the thought of being out of control of my body gives me anxiety. So, like, I was walking around for hours all night. I was, like, my body was tingly. Like, I wasn't comfy. So, it's like sativa. I'd much rather have a mind break than, like, a body high. If that makes sense.
See, I'm the opposite. I like indica.
Most people are.
I don't like sativa. But I also only smoke to go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like it changes when you're older because you're no longer smoking to party or get high or smoking to relax.
If I smoke at a party, oh my God, I'm like, I have to go home.
Yeah.
Like, in 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go home and lay in my bed.
See, and I'm just I'm not a huge smoker. I don't know what it is. I'm allergic to cigarette smoke, so I feel like that, as a young person, really deterred me from smoking in general. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just not a huge smoker, but when I do, it's usually because I'm drinking and, like, we've paired the two, and it's, like, relaxes me more or helps cut the hangover or something like that.
I can't mix.
See, most people can't. I do okay.
Like, if I mix, like, you'll meet Lindsay. And, like, you don't
Is that your drunk alter ego?
So I have two. I have Naomi. Naomi is fun, life of the party. You love Naomi.
See, I only have one drunk name. It's GiGi.
I met GiGi.
Yeah. GiGi's fun.
GiGi's fun.
GiGi's fun. As I've gotten older, GiGi's become less fun. But she used to be
GiGi's fun.
Everybody's favorite person.
Until
she's ready to go home.
You're in the bathroom doing the frog.
Oh, the frog is not a secret. And the frog isn't a drunk thing. That's not a GiGi thing.
It's not?
No.
I thought it was only when you were drunk.
No.
Oh.
I have such bad indigestion that's something I do all the time. No. Oh, I can do it sober. I could do it right now. We're not going to do it on camera. It's wild.
Well, when, like, you're also drunk and, like, you hear that, you're like, what?
Yeah, it's very confusing to people. No, that's not a drunk thing. That's not a GiGi thing. No, but GiGi originated in college because my first week out, I was in a sorority. We could talk Bama
we're
Rush.
We're going to talk sororities and Bama Rush.
Bama Rush, since it's trending. But, no, in my sorority, like, that first week, they take you out. Like, all the big girls take you out. And I don't know why. I guess I wanted to reinvent myself, but I was very drunk. And I introduced myself to every girl I met that night as GiGi. And so then I get to the sorority house the next day, and people are like, oh my God, hi, GiGi. And I'm like, who the fuck? Who's GiGi? Who's GiGi? And it stuck. It really stuck. And so, like, drunk Gabby is GiGi. And that's the only other name I have. But no, the frog is, like, not a drunk thing.
I definitely thought that was a drunk thing.
It's just indigestion. It's a noise that I make. It's
like,
not a throw up. For the people
you're...
listening, it's... Well, so, yeah, I just have so many dietary issues. If I drink something carbonated, too sugary, like, even if I have, like, too much of sugary white wine, like, I'll just get, like, indigestion, and, like, I can't really burp it out. Like, burps don't do it. So all I do is have to make, like, a weird gag noise, like I'm gonna throw up, and it completely releases all the air, and then it's done. But, like, nothing ever comes up. Like, I don't throw up, nothing...
The way you explained that when you were drunk was not like that.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure when I said it drunk, nothing made sense.
I was like, okay.
I'll never forget the first time I did it in front of my mom outside of an Asian restaurant. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, don't worry about it.
It's the frog.
Or the first time I did it in front of Kyle, it was our 6th day of knowing each other. And we went to a concert on a date. And I looked at him and I was like, I have to do something in this car. And you're going to think it's weird, but I need you to trust me. And I did it. And he goes, that was kind of cool. And I was like, I think we're in love.
Actually sound like a frog.
It does. Well, that's my Australia roommates gave it the frog name. I was doing it long before Australia.
That makes sense.
But, like,
they have, like, crazy creatures there, right?
I mean, all of those girls were American that gave that name, but they lived with me in Australia. They have crazy critters.
They do, don't they? They have, like, giant spiders. And
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll add that to the list. I can tell a spider story from Australia.
I think yeah.
So I feel like that covers it for today.
Yeah. We'll be back next time with some crazier stories.
Maybe I'll tell the spider story next time.
I think you should.
Okay. Do we put the glasses back on?
Yeah, let me grab mine.
I
took mine off.
Is it kind of like we start the episode sober with the glasses so we just feel stupid, and then we end the episode drunk and put the glasses back on?
Yeah.
Because we actually need
I feel like I need, like, the Snooki ones, you know, like the bedazzled.
Maybe, like, we'll start a sunglass line.
We definitely should. And
The bigger, the better. I have a pair of red ones that are covered in crystals.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
that's
we could
what
do
I
those. Well,
all right. See you next time.
peace out.